So yeah, so stoked to have the GoPro Hero 8 back. I mean, using the Hero 5 again really felt like slumming it. I mean, this thing is just head and shoulders such a better camera. Mostly because of the stabilization. I mean, the thing looks like it's on a gimbal. Also, with what I'm doing right now, testing the audio, because the Hero 5 just, even with the 3 mics, just did some weird stuff to your voice. You know, weird stuff is better than not being able to hear it because of the wind, but it was still weird. Whew, that climb's always a tough one. Climb, gravel climb, followed by a street climb. Whew. Now back to the studio. So yeah, looking back at that footage, I would say even the image quality on going from the 5 to the 8 is a pretty big jump. I hadn't really noticed that over the switch, you know, which, you know, sometimes happens kind of slowly. But yeah, having just made a couple videos with the 5 and looking back now with the 8, yeah, even the picture quality is better. The colors are definitely better and things like that. The reason the GoPro was gone is because I had to send it back under warranty. After I shot the video at the Road Apple Roubaix, the GoPro started having some issues where the quick capture wouldn't work, where you just press this button, it turns on and starts recording in whatever mode you had left it in and the settings you had left it in. So I had to turn it on by the side button, then record, and then it would work. So I'm like, well, that's annoying, but just one of those minor workarounds that sometimes happen with technology. Then the next couple times I tried to turn it on, it wouldn't turn on. I would swap the batteries. I have more than one, obviously, and then it would work for a little bit. And then the last time I tried it, I just could not get it to turn on at all. It recorded like 2 seconds of video without the screen coming on. So I chatted online with the GoPro rep, went through the whole rigmarole where they make you try everything you've already tried, which I understand, doing their due diligence, but still under warranty. So it went back. It was gone for 2 weeks, and yeah, got it back, and I'm pretty excited about it because, as I said, the 5, it's, you know, I thought was great at the time, but, you know, I quickly realized it was hard to mount on things because of the shaking. Like the handlebars on a bike the video, you just really couldn't use it. It looked really bad. And now going back and looking at what I just did, even hand holding it, the shake is pretty noticeable. But that's what I had kind of resorted to with the 5. I would just basically, when I would shoot from my bike, I would just hold it. But sometimes that's not an option. There are times when you're riding when you want 2 hands on the bars for sure. But that's why even in the last Cleveland ride video, I only did slow-mo because, you know, shooting at 120 frames per second and slowing it down, you don't notice the shake quite as much. I'm not really a tech reviewer, and there's people who have great videos on GoPros and every little feature and user guides and all that stuff. But there's a couple things I've seen in those videos that I would say I don't quite agree with. So I thought I would just go through a couple of those real quick about the Hero 8 Black. Because you know, like I said, I'm not a tech reviewer, but I use cameras a lot, and this is how they work for me, basically, is what I always say when I do a review. One thing I keep seeing people say is that they've gotten rid of this cage. You have these 2 little legs that fold out here, and that they can be a little shaky. I mean, that shake is nothing. I mean, the shake that's coming from your bicycle or whatever action thing you're doing, even if you're just vlogging, is going to be more than that. And then with the hyper smooth, it's totally mitigated. It's totally secure, and everyone always recommends, well, make sure you tighten it down. Well, make sure you tighten any action camera you use down. That should go without saying. The other thing that I don't think people are giving enough credit for is the new menu layout, which just makes this thing so much easier to use. Like, you set little presets on the back for the way you would use it. You know, I have 2 or 3 main ones that I use, and it's just so easy to get to. But then they just have on-screen buttons to change the quick stuff that you would want to change anyways, like the lens, how wide it is, and stuff like that. And like I even said, the quick capture is just a great feature too. So, you know, reviewers also always talk about comparing like the 8 to the 7, but I don't think most people upgrade on that path. You know, like I'm saying, I came from the 5. I didn't see anything in the 6 that would, you know, even though every iteration's a little better, I didn't see anything in each additional model to make me want the new one until this came out. And then you saw the footage, you're like, if it really looks like that, I want it. And it really does. I mean, you could just show a couple comparisons between what the 5 look like and what the 8 looks like, and it's just a huge upgrade. So I would say if you're using the 6 or older and you're on the fence and you have the money, and not that anyone's going to have a lot of money for gear right now, but it's a worthy upgrade, and it is one of the cheapest things you will buy as a, you know, any kind of filmmaker or photographer. You know, mine, I did it when you had the trade-in deal and you got $100 off, but even at full price, I would still say it's worth it. Then, as you can see on the bike too, the sound quality, the fact that, you know, you still hear wind, but you can hear my voice when I'm riding my bike, you know, at, 15 miles an hour is pretty incredible in its of itself. I have no modifications on it when I'm doing that, no dead cats. It's not in the media mod. That is just the natural sound from the GoPro without adjusting the settings. So yeah, that's why I'm so happy to have it back, because it is just something I'd love to carry with me. I even use it just to make Instagram stories when I'm riding and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm about to head out here actually and use it a little more. So I will see you on the road.